So as I was saying, whatever we said yesterday is what happened. We had a very good support here. We had a support, then we drew this line touching these two support levels. After this breakout here, the price again broke above it. So we said that if the price comes back and touches this level at this price here, this will give us the best place to look for a buy room. So we are waiting patiently for price to hit somewhere here. If the price can hit it properly, what we want is we want to see a candle around this area which has a very good long tail, so that we pick a buy position. We're expecting that buy to push us up to the upper side, back to the upper side towards the trend line we have at the top. So this here will give us a good place to look for a buy from. This level here is going to be a very good place we want to look for a buy from, at least up to this point here. So this will be the ideal place to look for a buy position from. You can have a pending buy limit here, have your stop loss below the low of this candle, then have a dynamic take profit which is along this level here. So other than those levels, we have a double level here. We have a very good level, a resistance. We had a resistance. There was this breakout. The price pulled back slightly. We had a support there. There was a break below the same support, and then a break above the same level. So if the price comes back to this point here, this will give us a good place to look for a buy from. And in case the price does not bounce off from it, that is, instead of bouncing off it, continues to the lower side, then we expect the sellers to push price down at least up to this point here. If the price breaks below it, then the next target is this one, and if the price breaks even lower, then the next target is this one here. So these are the only places we expect price to react from. Either it reacts from this point, or it reacts from this point, or it reacts from this point, or it reacts from the line we have at the bottom, which is this one here. So the next instrument which we'll be looking at, I want us to look at, just a second, we'll look at GBPUSD. Much appears to be happening. We still have the forecast we had yesterday. So I'm saying that because yesterday nothing much happened. You can see that here the price is within the previous swing high. This is the swing low, this is the swing high. The previous day's candle, which is from this point to this point, is inside this high here, the length of this swing high and swing low. So nothing much appears to be happening, but we have very good horizontal levels. We have a level here. We have a level there. This is a good resistance. This is a good resistance. So we have this one. We have a very good zone there, which means if the price goes up and touches these two lines but does not break above it, this will give us a good place to sell from. But if the price breaks above these two lines, then we expect it to continue up, at least up to the zone which I've just drawn. This will give us a good place to look for a sell from. So ideally we are still into some short-term buy up to these two lines, where we'll look for a sell position, or we'll look for a sell when the price goes below this point up to the next level, which is this one here. So the next instrument which we'll be looking at, I want us to look at US dollar Japanese yen. We have it here. So this has been bullish for some times now. The price has been in a very good uptrend. You can see that here. Horizontally, these are the levels I'm looking at. I have the first one. So you look at how nicely this was a resistance here, then how perfectly it was used as support here to tell you that this was actually a good level. If the price should come back and touch it, then this is likely going to be a good place to look for a buy from. So this is how you may use the zigzag indicator for support levels. If the price comes back and touches this line, this should give you the best place to look for a buy from. I hope that makes sense. That should give you a very good place where you want to look for a buy position from. Well, if you buy it there, your first take profit should be at the tip of this candle here. So you leave zigzag aside, this is still a very good level. These two lines here, this is still a significant place where we may see price immediately from this point. It may come back up to that level before heading down, or the price may come down, touch this point, then go back and touch this level here. So we have the first target. The next target is this one. So these are the levels we expect price to go up to. This is the place to buy from, up to this level here. Then the next level is this one. We have another level which may not be significant now, but in the future the price may likely touch it. So we have this one. The shapes which I'm looking at on this chart, I have this one there, and then I have another one. So we have a resistance here, we have a resistance down. This was still not a very good one, but it was a shape as it is, like an expanding wedge formation. We have another one here. We have another shape there. So this is like a channel formation within two lines. And then we have that. So we have another shape here. This is an expanding wedge formation, you can see that. So as I keep mentioning, when you see something which looks like this and the price has not already broken either above or below it, you should wait for price to break above it or for price to break below it. So after the breakout, you take a position in the direction of that breakout. So if the price breaks beyond it, above, then you're supposed to pick a buy position. If the price breaks below it, then you're supposed to pick a sell position. Another one. So we have a resistance here. We have a resistance. We have a support here. We have a support. There is a break above it. Then we have another one. So we have this one, we have this one, we have this, we have this. There is a break, so this was a good place to look for a buy from. So those are the few shapes which I can see in the recent past. Let me see if there's any other currently. No, there is none. So the one which may form is this one, that one, and then if I draw based on that pick, this one here. So technically the price has broken above the current one, which could mean that the price is heading to the upside. So it may be that the price may continue up, break the above this level, continue up to this point, or the price may go down, touch this line here before extending to the upper side. So the next chart which we'll be looking at, I want us to look at EURUSD. So with the USD so far, it also looks like nothing much has happened. It looks as if nothing much has happened from yesterday. We still have we still have the price within this high here, the length of this swing high and swing low. So as I mentioned with the GBPUSD here also, we have a very good resistance there, and we have a good support there, and then we have a very good zone. So we have a very good zone there. So as I mentioned with the GBPUSD, if the price can break above these two lines here, that is, if the price goes up then breaks above these two lines, then I expect it to continue to the upper side, at least up to the zone which I've just drawn. And in case it breaks above, then our next target is this one. Is that one. So those are the only things I'm seeing. Either you wait and buy it here, or wait and sell it, a bounce from this point, or buy a break above it up to the next level which is there. So let's see if there are any shapes. On the 1 hour looks like there is none. On the 15 minutes we must have some, so let's see. So the first one I'm seeing is this one. That's the first one. And the next one is this one. This is also a good shape, so we won't be ignoring it. So you can see that these are the anchor points for that shape. Then we have another. So it's possible you could have a shape inside another shape. This is also another one. This is the anchor point, this one, and this one, and this one. Then there is a break. So let's see if there is any other which looks interesting. So we'll leave it at that. We are now going to move forward to the next instrument. So I'd like us to look at gold. We'll look at Brent oil instead. So I believe we've looked at that already. So the next one is the SP500. So you remember what I mentioned yesterday on the SP500? I said that despite the fact that the price may look like it's bearish, we are still going to be looking for more buy positions. And if you can remember, I drew a line here. I drew a line there. Then I said that this was going to be a good place to look for a buy from if the price fails to break below it. So that is what happened. The price went below that line, came back above it, and as we're speaking now, the price is still above the same level. So we expect buyers to continue to push price to the upper side, at least up to this level here, and the next level is that one, then the next one. So if the price comes from this point, I expect it to continue up to these two lines here, where if it breaks above it, then the next two lines. So as I was saying, thank you very much. We're going to meet again tomorrow at the same time. Thank you and see you.